think
I guess I'm good.
All right, so I apologize for that. So we did a little switcheroo. So Ski is hosting the show. I'm just hosting the stream. Ski, you got it. Ski?
He's typing.
Ski here?
He's typing something.
Oh, he's typing. No, I can't hear. Bunk is like Psylocke.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Bunk is Psylocke. Psylocke. Jump up in there, Bunk. Good job, man.
All right, everybody's good. Thanks for helping us out, Bunk. It's always appreciated. I'm untangling my cable here. Sorry for the noise.
No homo.
Right. If you can make that homo, more power to you. It's all tangled. Anyway. Again, I am here with ShinBlanka and Scott Popular.
So,
Yo.
Scott Popular is in Japan. ShinBlanka is in Atlanta. The A.
Yeah.
And so, I guess we're good on levels now, and we've sent the stream out a fair amount. We're recording. We got everything going. So, how about we just start with some... open the door a little bit and let us know the of news.
All right. Of course, I like to get stuff started real early, so I already got the hotel, everything for Final Round 2011. It's official. You know what I'm saying? We're going to run that at March 11th through 13th. So start saving pennies right now. Get ready, you know, for hypers.
We're used to the Holiday Inn when we come right off of the.
No, that's not. We're done with that.
We're done with that.
We got you something to do.
It's been 13 years though. How are you going to say that we have a new place?
Hey man,
we're moving on to bigger and better things. We gotta, you know, move up like Jeffersons. You know what I'm saying?
You heard it right here on AlphaISM Radio. Final round after I don't know, probably 8 years at this location after they started in somebody's basement. Finally moving to a new hotel. So,
I mean,
say goodbye to Tofu House.
No, I mean, yeah. When they took Tofu House out, I was like, man, we got to go.
Yeah, for real. That was a dead breaker right there. But nah, I mean, seriously, we have to go and upgrade a hotel. You know, I call a friend of mine. He has to, like, run the Ethernet cord in there so we can have the stream. Then we have to go out and get the clear because their their internet connection was too slow. It was just time to go. They couldn't handle our event anymore. You know, we'd like to thank them for, you know, having us there for all these years, but it's time to go.
I give you many complaints because we got kind of rowdy in there a few times.
No, not really. I mean, really and truthfully, man, really and truthfully, they told me, like, we helped them beat all their competition in the state of Georgia.
Whoa, nice.
So, really and truthfully, I mean, first they owe me on upgrading the hotel, you know, their ballroom. And they've been calling me, but I just got to upgrade, man. It's plain and simple. You just got to upgrade, got to move on to bigger, better things. I'm just trying to make Final Round, you know, the best event people can go to, you know, more bang for their buck.
Well, you were outgrowing it, I think, with I think you were outgrowing it. There's definitely getting packed in there, and like you said, the internet thing. In the new age of video game tournaments, the streaming can be a concern. So if you could find somewhere with better internet, that would be really nice as well.
Oh yeah, it is. No, we're not gonna have any problems with the stream this upcoming year. Also, when we're gonna have it at is the Hilton.
Oh, nice. No, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Larry. By the way, I have an announcement of my own. Next year, I'm going to do AlphaISM Radio from Final Round. Because now that I know the date, I can actually do my vacation. My birthday is only 2 days later than Final Round. And I always take a week vacation around my birthday. So make it hype.
Okay, so Bunk.
What?
So I got you on radio, on tape, saying you come to Final Round.
Yes, I'm going to come to Final Round next year. Yeah, definitely.
Y'all heard that, right?
Yeah.
Y'all heard that.
Yeah.
On tape, so we can run it back. We can run it back.
Not delete the video. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Okay. No, you ain't deleting nothing, Shawty. We got witnesses. D Nice on here. Toshin on here. They heard you. You can't go back now.
All right, fine.
He on here. Everybody heard you, y'all. It's a wrap now.
I owe you one, so I'm going to be there. So that's all there is to it.
But so I'm going to be at the Hilton, and it's right near the airport, so people can just take the shuttle. If they flying in, just take the shuttle. You know what I'm saying? To get there. The hotel has several restaurants and bars in it. So really, you can leave to go and eat, but man, the hotel is so nice. You're not going to want to leave. Trust me. Everything, basically what we're going to do, one announcement. We're getting rid of registration at the door. Well, I'll do it like this. No. We're going to have registration on Friday.
Friday, yes.
Between 9 and 12 o'clock. Really and truthfully, paying at the door is a luxury to patrons, and it's a pain to organizers. 99% of the time when our tournaments don't start on time is because of registration at the door.
We got to put them in the brackets.
Well, yeah, another thing, we're getting away with, we're going away from paper altogether. So those two things are definitely, out the door. We will start pre-registration on the site probably at the end of next week, unless you call today Sunday, the beginning of the week, then the end of this week. We'll try to have all the registration up. We're going to do an early bird special, and it's going to be pretty much just like last year, $25 for your badge, and then pay for every game you're going to enter online. And then we may do a little shirt special. I haven't decided on that yet. A lot of people like the shirts, and I didn't know how people would like them, so I just bought 100 of them. And we sold out of them, so I'm going to try to get more mediums. Everybody was like, yo.
And the smalls, too, yo.
Yeah. All right. So
small gamers out there, man. Go ahead.
That was my fault.
Everybody like y'all down in ATL, triple XLs.
I know, man.
Jeez.
But I swear to God, man, Atlanta gamers, we're like the biggest. We're like the dinosaurs of all gamers.
Yeah, like some old T-Rex or Brontosaurus. But, yo, this is how it's going to be. So I'm going to let everybody know right now. You get the early bird special. It's going to be $25. And that'll probably be just for 3 months. And then after that, it's going to be $30, up into maybe a month before. At the door, lazy fee, people that's lazy, you're paying $40 because you are slowing up the tournament. You have to pay a fee, basically, an extra $10 to slow up the tournament. So either you're going to pay online and get the $10 to $15 discount, or you're going to pay at the door.
I feel that's how you're gonna feel when you pay that lazy boy fee. Because I paid that this past year. It was not nice. You feel like a dummy because you can't even complain because you're like, I knew it was on the boards like a year ago. Yeah.
And I always post up early, so it really ain't no excuse. But what I will say is, people that travel all the way to Atlanta from wherever you came from, if you don't get here on Friday, you ain't paid online, you SOL. Now, the only way that I would think about putting you in anything is if you had the common courtesy to at least, old school pre-register without paying on the website. But we're going to have the date, so when you pre-registered or whatever, so you just try to get in the day before or something like that, nah, that ain't gonna work, pimpin'. You know, so act like that you want to be a part of the event and don't hold up the event. There's a lot of people that travel from all around the nation and the world to attend Final Round. Don't hold up the event just because you're lazy. Real talk. So, other things, we are cutting back on games.
Wow, this is Final Round. It's like the every game tournament in the world, you know.
Yeah, but I feel like that we're getting big enough now that it's starting to be more clutter than filler. Like the filler games are becoming clutter. Like if I'm calling, you know, Justin and he's playing in 10,000 tournaments and he holding up a big tournament, I can't have that. So really we're cutting down the games to 8. Really 7, and then I'm going to let people vote on 2 games. It's not going to be like sending your name or game or whatever. It's only 2 games that's going to be voted on. And only reason it's being voted on is because one scene pretty much started here in Final Round. So, and then another is because, hey, it's a popular game right now. But I will have to say that I got to trim the fat, man. I can't have, 13, 15 games at a tournament. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much.
Smash Brothers?
Huh? I'm not running both of them. I think that's overkill. I do not like eliminating total scenes. If I feel like there's a game that same scene plays, but it's not the exact same thing, then I may, just add the newer game. So it ain't gonna be no smash, no melee, no brawl together, and nothing like that. All team tournaments will happen on Friday. There will be no team tournaments after Friday. Plain and simple. If we got to be up till 2 or 3 in the morning to finish them, we will, because the main games are so big, tournament-wise. Also, anything that goes to 250, we're just going to do pool system. I think it's proven over the years that the pool system is the right way to go. When you have a large amount of people, then you can just post up the names and just be like, hey, you got to play at 3 o'clock. Or, hey, you got to come in at 5 o'clock and play. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just a easier system. People can go and eat, use the bathroom, play in other tournaments, and know, hey, my games aren't coming up until a certain time. So I think that method is a good way to go.
It's definitely very helpful for players who are trying to, just take care of themselves, get something to eat,
exactly.
get a shower.
I don't want to anybody for going to eat or going to have to go take a shit. Now if you're lazy and sleepy like DS, then you're gonna get DQ'd because you fell asleep and didn't wake up until like 2:30, 3 o'clock the next day, and come up to me, dude, where's my match? And the match was like yesterday.
You said DS, more like DQ, son. DS.
I'm sorry to put him on blast, but he he's still my boy.
Your match was yesterday.
No, I'm gonna get his number, man.
Damn, Dominicans.
I was looking for him. I was asking everybody, y'all know what DS room is? Somebody go wake his ass up. I know he went to sleep. People were like, no, I don't know what room he in. Then he comes sauntering in at like 3 o'clock or 2:30. I'm just like, dude, he was calling you all morning and was calling you all night last night. So, but I called everybody. I asked everybody, So, it ain't no excuse. I try to get it. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to try to eliminate that. Either we're going to do the tournamento with Damn Die. I talked with Damn Die. He's going to work with my guy Bob Smack to try to work out something that, we have everything on his system and we can put everything on our system also. So we're going to try to work on that in the future. But, yeah, the paper stuff, even if we have paper, it's just going to be for effect so people won't crowd around our tournament organizers. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much what we'll use it for. We just put it up there, you know, after the matches are gone, like 10 matches played, then we'll just list them down. But we'll run everything from the computer from now on. If I got to go out and buy Acer computers myself, the little joints, so that each organizer can have something.
Oh, that would be hardcore.
Yeah.
Everybody walking around with netbooks. Yo, just get them all iPads. That would be sick. The iPads.
Yeah. Hey,
don't do the iPads are lame. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, I'm not going to do the iPads. Unless Apple wants to sponsor me. Nah, iPad that shit up.
I'm on staff for a free iPad, even though they're lame.
Dude, yeah, that shit sounds very popular to me.
Huh.
Yeah.
There's a lot of changes that are targeted at making the experience better for the player overall. You got a new hotel, that's the Hilton, and we got a lot of nice new amenities inside. So although we will be losing the Tofu House and the brand new Tofu House replacement, the Korean BBQ that I got to give a shout out to, because y'all were banging Korean BBQ, Beaufort Highway across from the Holiday Inn.
Korean barbecue? Are you kidding me?
You know, we're going to be at the Hilton, and there's going to be bars and restaurants right in there. We're moving on up.
Yes, sir.
Korean barbecue. You got to give me a moment for that one, man.
Banging. People.
Yeah, we'll have a commercial out for Final Round soon.
What?
Keep an eye out for that. The Final Round 13 DVD is in production. Final Round 12 DVD is ready for sale. I mean, I just got to put up the page. I'm sorry, I didn't put up the page. I'm sure people don't even want that now, but it'll be there if people want it. I was copying something today. Got to send something out. Just trying to make Final Round a better experience for everybody coming out. We see that we have things that we can improve on, and we will improve on them.
You like you said, you're doing away with the paper, trying to get a more efficient system. Only very dire circumstances on the spot registration. These are all great modernization steps. I like to hear that. What I want to know next year. Are you going to have me on commentary, and can I still ponder replay? Because I didn't know.
Yeah, man. If you come in, you can bless the mic. We appreciate you coming out. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure, we're going to have it. That was our first time doing it. So we were trying to work out the kinks. I really didn't get to sit down with Hayward and tell him exactly how I wanted to do the replay. When I was looking back on footage, I saw him just rewind it back to the thing. But what I really want to do is, basically the engineer and the commentator need to be as one. So if you be like, yo, run that back, and then you be like, yo, just run it back to this spot, and then you stop it, and then you can go freeze frame it. You know what I'm saying? Go into the mind games about it, because between matches, it'd be dead time right there unless somebody's coming right up. You know what I'm saying? So these are all things that we really didn't get to execute like we wanted to. But, yeah, that's the other thing. Y'all can steal that too. It's okay.
Listen, man, I just want to be like, Magnicious Bundy replay.
Yeah,
exactly. Bring it right back. I can tell you from right there, that is sick. I need to be at a tournament where I can do that, man. I need that.
Also, we're going to have new little ways we're going to do it production-wise with the stream. But I'm not going to let that cat out the bag yet. I'll make those updates on the site, www.finalround.org. Going to spruce up the site a little bit to make it a little sexier. But a big announcement is the help of Scott Popular, our Japanese agent. We are going to run Final Round RandBats.
This is the big one. Final Round RAMBats. I'm excited to hear the details about this. Final Round RAMBats. Let me hear about this, Scott Popular.
Yeah, go ahead, Scott.
And Larry.
All right. So basically, Larry's been harking on me for the past couple of years. Now I admit I have been not so much slacking, but it's a lot of work out here in Japan. Okay, and so finally, I've been to a lot of Japanese and Korean tournaments, and what they lack is the amount of hype that the American tournaments have. So we're going to try to bring that hypeness to Japan. And with the RAMBats, basically, we'll go through a series of tournaments, and at the end, whoever's first place, our plan is to get them a ticket to Final Round.
Yeah. Also, we're going to try to get this streamed, too. Scott needs to get in contact with somebody who has that capability so we can stream it. People can see who's going to come to Final Round. You know what I'm saying? That adds to the hype. Because, I mean, we don't have big corporate dollars behind us, so basically we got to use our brain to try to think of new and inventive ways to get, people interested into Final Round. Of course we do, but we don't need assholes donating 1 penny and then 1 penny going back. I don't know if that was a joke or whatever, but it wasn't really funny. It's kind of disrespectful. So they know who they are. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put nobody on blast like that. It's just kind of disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? And people trying to do it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we don't have no corporate sponsors, so yeah, friends, donations, anybody who's there can help out. We appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we would love to be able to, fly this person, that person out, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. This old school type tournament, you know what I'm saying? We've been doing it for years. We just ain't got the money like that to be flying, this, that, and the other over. So, we just try to keep it real here and keep it 100, you know what I'm saying? Bring people a good tournament, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that they have fun. Everybody come home safely, And no black eyes or nothing like that.
Well, as of for the last 2-3 years, we've had a video game get together that's been similar to prior Final Round tournaments. Because a lot of people don't know this, but before Final Round ever became Final Round, it used to just be a casual video game party.
Yep.
And so it was just everybody get together, and then rivalries would start. A lot of alcohol was consumed, and people had a good time, and then, more people kept coming and kept coming. And that's when it started becoming Final Round. When too many people started to come, it had to become more of a tournament.
So everybody could play, because otherwise it's just waiting around forever.
Yeah, basically.
Exactly.
You had to put some more structure into it.
But I will say this: the venue that we have right now is really, really nice. It's small, but everything in Japan is small, but it's nice. It's on the 37th floor of the Sky Lounge. It's on the 37th floor of the Sky Lounge of the Baycrest Hotel in Shinagawa. It's overlooking Tokyo Bay. It's sick when you look out the window.
Yes, sir.
And what you have you're gonna have a Final Round pre-party there?
No, that's what we're doing the RAMBats.
Oh wow, that's insane. Okay.
Yeah, man.
So you're having these RAMBats in a specific spot. You already got your location.
Yeah, we got the location, man. Yeah, tell them when it's going to pop off, Scott.
Let's see. The first one is going to be, let me check real quick. I want to say May 8th.
Okay, May 8th.
So
that'll be just after the release of Super Street Fighter 4.
And that's making it even more exciting because, it's not going to the arcade. And so this might be one of...
Well, it's not going to the arcade right now.
Just yet. But, this would be one of the first couple of events where, Japanese people can just all huddle around instead of going to the game center. We just go to some one particular spot and just play and chill.
I think this is an interesting new idea, and this is such a good time to do it because the game will be coming out for console, as we know now, first. We don't know when the arcade release is going to be coming out, but now Japanese players are going to have something to be playing for, and we're going to be getting exposed to them. And this is such a cool idea that, like, you have Scott Popular out there and to have, like, RoundBats right there, to have your final round qualifying tournaments, to bring them here. You know, it's like the whole thing is flipped. But it makes so much sense, and I'm surprised that nobody's ever done it before.
Well, like I said,
it's a time for everything.
When you're poor, you got those sponsors. You got to think. You got to think.
Mother of invention is
not poor, po.
You got to use your brain.
He is the mother of
real.
Really...
So I was just trying to think of new inventive ways to, you know, entertain everyone that attends the tournament. I'm trying to not only boost the hype in America, you know, in the U.S. scene, but also infuse final round flavor into the international, you know, community. Because really that's what it's all about, you know. Not only just reaching our community, but reaching communities abroad. So as long as we can, you know, keep doing what we do, hopefully, you know, we just make final round bigger and better.
Awesome. So we're gonna like, are we gonna get to see like Tokido, Seth, and like, man, you gotta go. Scott, you gotta.
I know. Okay, go tell me.
You have to get on a train and go kidnap Oreo. All right, get the man out here and say, sit him at a console and say, just go. Just play everybody and do something crazy. You have to do it.
So I should just have like little like YouTube videos of just like people going exhibition style, just acing it.
Got so many secrets that we want to see exposed. This is the perfect opportunity for it. Let's go, final round, man, exploring new horizons.
For real.
I mean, we got to put this all together, you know. And first and foremost, I want to give a big shout out to Bull 410 because this actually he's the one who's giving me the place to do this.
Yeah.
And he was at Final Round, I want to say 6 or 8, because he used to go to Georgia Southern. So you know the seeds lie deep.
Yeah, man, Final Round changed lives, man. I appreciate everything you know Bull is doing for us because hell, I've been like Scott said, I've been trying to push him to get this, you know, done for years. It's finally, you know, becoming a reality. And hopefully we can get this streamed out. Everybody can watch it, you know what I'm saying? And the games we're trying to get is Super Street Fighter 4, Tekken, and hopefully BlazBlue continuing stuff also.
That's good. That's a good little trio. Man, that's going to be sick.
It's going to be sick. It's also going to be a lot of work. So if anybody out there can support anything, you know, just, you know, tell somebody about it or find these people that you want to see, you know, play, you know, help me out. So I'm going to need it.
I want to see Tokido because I've heard so much about his Seth and I haven't yet seen it. So.
Well, we're trying to get in contact with certain people in Japan right now who could point, you know, Mr. Popular in the right direction of players that he need to seek. But, I mean, that's a work in progress. Hopefully we'll have a roster of players that we can say, hey, these players are coming, you know. But like always, we just have to see and wait and see what, you know, the Japanese community does. I mean, if they look at us as, you know, hey, this is a great opportunity. Because, I mean, Scott told me that they know about Final Round, you know. Like, people in Japan know about Final Round. So I was surprised when he told me that. So that's why I've been trying to push him to make this a reality. Now it is, so.
Yeah, but I mean, they play totally different. Like, you know, there ain't so many money matches out here. It's more just sort of the rank and the little banner that you can take back to your arcade.
Yeah.
But you know, sushi and hamburgers. I mean, everybody takes it as a different prize. But you know, at the end of the day, we all still playing games and everybody's still having fun.
Yep. So, what else are we gonna tell him, Scott? So we got the RoundBats out of the way.
Oh, you know what? Hold on, Ski. When you were doing Ski, are you there?
I'm right here, dude.
All right. I remember when you were hosting, when you were doing the commentary. I remember because I mastered your voice. You was like, I want a T-shirt. I want a T-shirt. I'm gonna hook you up, Ski.
Oh, word! I could get a T-shirt.
Yeah,
nice.
I was putting everything together. I was like, you know what? I particularly remember this voice saying that I want a T-shirt. I need a T-shirt. I'm tired of working. So yes, you will get one. Larry will make this happen somehow, somewhere.
Somehow, somewhere, I'll make it happen.
Yeah,
I'm a miracle worker.
That's the best announcement of the night for me. You know what I mean?
So when am I going to give you a Final Round 13 shirt?
It looks like you got to come to Final Round 13
I guess I'm going to have to make it back down.
Yeah, I might be able to give it to you earlier, though.
You know, well, if I see you around before Final Round, then that would be awesome. But, you know, what I want to say is I've gotten to travel around in the United States just for Street Fighter in a lot of different ways, and it really exposes you to what it's like out there, outside of your city, outside of your state. And the Final Round is really the only reason that I've been to Atlanta and been that far south. But you guys are some of the most awesome people, even though you're all giants, and you make me feel like I might get stepped on. Other than that, like, the hospitality is just awesome, man. I mean, they say Southern hospitality, and it sounds cliche, but when I went out there and I saw the homeboy Clint out there just amongst his people all day, and you know, so inviting, and, you know, grabbing me over, and he pulled me aside and had a long conversation with me just off the strength of him knowing a friend of mine, and then he was like, "Oh man, you played me in the tournament a few years ago. I didn't even remember," and all that. So it was just like so welcoming and inviting that, aside from all of the new stuff that's gonna be at Final Round, and you guys are bring high level seasoned Japanese players out there, the tournament itself is just incredible. Anyway, just it's different than what you experience anywhere else.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, especially you've been in all these tournaments, so you know you got your finger on the pulse of how the scene is going. You know, I just wish more people knew about Final Round. I know it's kind of like an underground thing, you know. A lot of people still don't know about Final Round. I guess that's on me. I'm not promoting Final Round well enough and not getting the word out. So that's going to be my goal for this year and beyond, you know. And that's what these Rambats will do, you know. The people are just saying, hey, let's go watch. I mean, people love watching Japanese on streams anyway. So, let's see who's going to be coming to Final Round.
Definitely.
We're working on other angles to get other players here from different games, not just the Rambat. But just stay tuned for that.
You could always sponsor a special commentator to get down there and do, you know, something on the microphone. You know, just throw a couple little.
Didn't I tell y'all I was poor, man? Didn't I tell y'all I was poor? Not poor.
All right, man. I'm not trying to hit your last O and R. We good.
Yeah.
We'll be all right. You know I'm gonna make it out there.
But oh yeah. No, I can't talk about that yet.
What stuff, and you can't even tell us? Wow, that's crazy.
Okay, all right, okay. Since he can't talk about that, I do have a little bit more information. I just picked it up from Yosuke. Okay, so for the Rambats, time schedule will usually go like this. It'll be technically always on Saturday. We're gonna go like 4 p.m. set up and registration at 4:30 to 5. Tournament play 7 o'clock is what we call a pizza break. This is where we all eat pizza and get drunk. And then from 8, we try to finish up the tournament. And then if any casuals happen to, you know, come about, then they can come about. And this is also the time where we play like obscure games, because Japanese people love to play those old school games like JoJo's and Puzzle Fighter and Mario 64. Like they'll come in and they'll play some, but they're deep in it. They're good. They're still strong in it. And then at 9:35 and 9:55, that's around the time when we start packing up and getting out. And then that's when we go out into Tokyo. And that might be a whole nother video in itself.
Yeah, I like that. After hours.
Yeah, after hours.
Another show.
Awesome. You're coming up with something like new and original. So what am I looking at as far as the hours that will be in America?
Oh, that's 7 o'clock, and it's 7 o'clock there is like 6:30 here or 6 o'clock.
East Coast.
All right, so 7 o'clock there is like an hour and a half in the evening on East Coast. So the morning, so if it's at night, then it's going to be morning here on East Coast.
Sorry, we're used to watching the streams at awkward times of day, man. That's when the beasts come out.
Yeah,
so
if you want, just think about it like this.
If you want to watch a final round, a final round RoundBats, you're probably gonna have to get up in the morning, and watch them. But
yeah, we're gonna try to figure out a way to record it, because I do understand. Because like you do understand, it's like 11 a.m. right now for me.
Yeah, I know, it's 10:04 for me. So yeah, y'all 13 hours ahead. Yeah.
In the future, baby.
Yeah, I know you're in the future. Hot tub time machine.
So yeah, that's really cool. You know what it kind of reminds me of, like pro wrestling, when you got like the Japan division, or like when like WWF would send their stars over to like New Japan or something like that.
I remember that.
It's like the crossover. That's totally what this reminds me of. You got the Japan Federation of Final Round starting up, and you'll bring over the Japan squad.
Yeah.
Expand that internationally.
Oh, yeah, well, there's another announcement. I think, not even think. Yeah, I'll be at EVO this year. So.
Oh, wow. You're just going to put that one out the box. ShinBlanka will be at EVO this year, so maybe I'll be able to get my shirt a little bit earlier, and you all can come out and meet the man behind Final Round. That's awesome.
Yes, go ahead and play him so he can bite your face off.
No biting of the face.
He's not easy to miss because he's like one of the biggest guys in the room, and he'll be wearing like some aviators or something like that. You'll see him.
Yeah, I got my hater blockers on always, so.
I know there's going to be a bunch of people that are going to want to meet you, and I'm sure that'll be great bringing people out to the tournament, because you have a...
Well, you can't miss me. I have the Final Round shirt on.
You have a magnetic personality, if I do say so myself. You're very charming, a charmer. So I think that just meeting the faces will bring people out, No homo. No homo.
Yes, thank you for saying that.
I have to, man.
Yeah,
it's all in the fan, man. You guys treated me well when I came to Final Round.
Oh, thank you for coming.
Of course.
I mean, you don't. I know I don't think I'm bigger than anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody that really associates with Final Round that's on the staff think we're bigger than the scene. So we just trying to bring, some fun and entertainment to everybody, because, hell, we all love this hobby of ours, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Did you all that are out there in IRC land or on Ustream that are listening have any questions? And just so you guys know, AlphaISM, in the past, we were more of a live call-in, say whatever you want. We're a little bit back on that now. If you guys want to call in, you can. But you won't be able to call in tonight. But in the future, you can. And my Skype name is Skisonic _SRK. I mean, I guess if you really want to call in tonight and you just heard me say that and you should go really quickly, then you can. But don't call me up just to say all homo or something like that. Chaos Dunk. I'm watching you. But yeah, you could call in and get your questions out. But if you have any questions about the tournament or the venue or any of the upcoming whatever, now is the time to ask.
Yeah, pretty much. You guys want to know, just ask me. We'll have everything up right now. Well, we don't have everything up right now, so that's why I'm doing the show, so I can let people know.
Yeah, I really appreciate you coming on here and, dropping your info on AlphaISM. That's pretty sweet.
Thanks for having us. Even though I had no idea I was going to be doing this today.
You're like, yo, I'm babysitting, man. Come on.
Exactly. I called him and I was just like, oh, you're up. Okay.
No, what happened? He was like, no, he called me. He was like, you got an avatar?
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah. I said, hey, do you have my avatar? That was the first thing I said to him. Because he did this negative avatar of the Final Round shirt. Where basically we took photos of everyone who bought a shirt and we put them up. Did you put that on the site?
Yeah, it's on my Facebook. I'll have it up.
Okay.
I got jet lag twice. Come on now.
I know. All right, man. All right.
I love how your babies are like playing with toys back there, just giving us the soundtrack. They're just like tick 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 tick.
Future musicians, right there. You know.
They're using their saving tax, yeah.
By the way, I guess I'll go ahead and take the time to actually announce that. Okay, so for April 27th, the release of Super Street Fighter 4, I'm going to throw a special AlphaISM show. I know you guys dying to hear me do a show again.
Yeah.
So ShinBlanka is going to be my guest, as well as Keits, who's going to talk about Midwest Championships. The first major after the release of Super Street Fighter 4. Already we've been having a lot of debates about the new character cast, so we'll talk a little bit about that. And you know what? It's about time. By the way, I'm going to repeat this again. All you haters who picked on me for sticking with T-Hawk, now you motherfuckers going to pay.
Yeah, they're going to pay, Shawty.
Oh, exactly, dude. I'm with you.
They're going to pay.
T-Hawk too.
I'm playing T-Hawk. For real.
No, but it's going to be fun. You know, I really thought that last year with Street Fighter 4, there was no way to really top the hype around the console release of Street Fighter 4, you know, and I mean, lightning struck twice, and it's going to be an epic game. I think that this game will be the new ST, where you're going to have a whole lot of viable characters, a lot of variety, and so, I mean, I can't wait for the game, and I can't wait to talk to you guys out there about it, see what you found. I know there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be hitting the training mode hardcore as soon as the game hits, so, you know, we'll have some fun with that, you know. I may have a surprise or two.
Yeah, you need to get a surprise, because by then that game is going to have been leaked, and you'll be able to find somebody that has it already.
Yeah, by the way, if not that I condone any leaks, but if you do find a leak, please contact me.
No, I don't condone it. Bad bunks.
No, I'm seriously. I'm only wanting to know who's leaking it so I can report it to the proper channel. That's all.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's all that is about. You know, of course, I got to investigate the leak and make sure that it's truly genuine, so I'm not falsely reporting anybody.
You want to make sure that the code holds up, no crashes, no glitches. You know, make sure that it's actually the game and not just some demo or something of some sort. You know.
Yeah, make sure it's not the PlayStation 1 version.
And everyone heard that Bunk said he's coming to Final Round next year. Everyone heard that, right?
I heard that.
Huh?
All right. Yeah. No.
No, I would love to come to Final Round, man. It's like I've been delaying it 2 years in a row now, so I can't be ducking a third year. That's not right. I got to go down there. I'm just going to make sure I wear my chastity belt, and I'm going to be all good to go.
Hey, man, I've had some experiences where I wish I would have had a chastity belt while I was down there, but
what you got to do?
I shouldn't talk about it. You got to just do. Sometimes you got to just do what you got to do.
What
happens
in
question,
Atlanta?
Ben, will you be doing it at midnight when the game comes out, or how are you going to do that?
You know what? I never thought about that, man. You know what? You know what? Hit me. Just check out if you haven't subscribed to Twitter already. Make sure you subscribe there, because I just realized that I think there are a couple of stores in Seattle that are doing midnight releases for Super Street Fighter 4. If that is the case, I will be there. I will be there, and I'll grab the game. I come home, and I'm gonna play it while I do the radio live on the air. How about that?
Okay, well, you can do that. I guess I won't be a host.
You'll be on for the pre-show, and then
I do the pre-show and then the main show. What happened? I'm thinking about starting the show around 10 a.m. Pacific time, And
just taking the day off that day, huh?
Yeah, I took that day off. I told my manager, I don't care. I don't really care if the building burns down. Do not call me on April 27th. So she says, okay.
Wow.
Told her it was a family thing.
Okay. I hear you, bro.
Well, this has been an awesome show. I have to get running, but I'm going to turn things over to Ben, and if you guys want to keep it running, do whatever.
All right,
I salute you. And thanks for coming on, Scott Popular. Thanks for coming on, Larry. Final round 14 is next year, March.
No.
What?
Final round 2011.
Oh, final round 2011. Final round 2011.
I don't have to name how many.
No more numbers. There's no more numbers. It's ubiquitous. Final round 2011 edition. March 11th to March 13th, and we're going to be at the Hilton at the airport. Amenities will be in effect. You're going to love it. You're going to see me there.
No roaches, man. No roaches.
He to it. Yes.
Okay. Yep. Ooh, Bunk. You're going to be there.
I'm going to be there.
That's right, man.
You better.
That's right. And I ain't sharing beds with nobody.
I'll see all you folks later.
All right, man. Be easy, Ski.
Actually, I think I just realized that Ski is hosting the Skype session, so I'm about to conference you guys in again. Yeah. You guys there? So let me just go ahead and call. Hey, you there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is the continuation of AlphaISM Radio. And again, I just wanted to put it out there again. And I just wanted to let you know that on April 27th, me, Keits, and ShinBlanka, we are going to throw a Super Street Fighter 4 special.
Yeah, special.
Special. I told you guys that I won't be doing any more AlphaISM shows, but I left it out there that I will possibly do a show in two instances. One is to release the Super Street Fighter 4, and one of course is for Evolution, because obviously Ski is not going to be home to do the show. So
hey Bunk. Add Scott Popular.
I think I did. Okay, let me try it.
He's saying you need to. He just sent me a message.
Okay, hold on. Add to contacts. Okay, let's see. Okay, hold on for 1 second. Let's go ahead and see if we can invite him in there.
Yeah.
Okay, did we got him in here? I'm going to Skype. There we go.
There you go.
So, yeah, so we're going to have that show going on, and it's going to be real fun. Even though I know that people are asking why am I doing a show on a day that most likely no one will be listening. I think there will be a lot of people that will be listening because, there's no reason why you can't play and listen at the same time, if anything.
Well, that's a worldwide release, right?
I mean, yeah, it's I mean, pretty much it's the North America release, and I think the European release is 2 days later, and the Japanese release. So, I mean, so it's a big deal. It's a big deal, and it's something that's really hype, and it's really something I'm getting hype over, and I'd be doing, I think, a disservice to the AlphaISM Radio listeners, if I didn't do a show on something as big as this, So, I've been loving the conversation. That's going on. A lot of people are thinking a lot of different people are going to be good in the game. When the game when we first got all the characters leaked, everyone was convinced that Dudley was going to rule the roost. Now everyone thinking it's Cody. Now people are thinking DJ, with the matter of him being able to cancel his slide into his second Ultra, and all people thinking Gal was going to make a comeback because of his shorter charge time of all of his moves. I mean, it's just we just have to see. So it's good to hear so many different points of view about the game, because it lets me know that I think that the developers have gotten what they wanted, and what they want is not everyone to be top tier, but they want the majority of the cast to be viable, and I think they have pretty much succeeded from early considerations. Although we won't really know about that until we actually play the game for ourselves. But all of the people that played it loved it, and so I can't wait to do it. I mean, I really can't. So. You know what? I'm just sad that we couldn't get a build available there at Final Round.
Yeah,
that would have been hype. That would have been so
hype. I wish
hype.
we could have got a build at Final Round, but it is what it is, man. Hopefully, stuff like that can be avoided, or I can get in contact with the right people early enough so I can make things like that happen. But it should be great at Midwest Championship. I mean, the first major, I enjoyed that luxury last year when Street Fighter 4 dropped, like 3 weeks before Final Round 12. So,
that was so hype. That was so hype. I messaged Keits the other day, and I said, man, you one lucky son of a, because I was just thinking, man, it's like, because I'm sure when he took it over, I'm sure he didn't have any idea that that this was going to be the first major that was going to feature Super Street Fighter 4, and now it's possibly going to be the hypest Midwest Championships ever. If you can go, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great because there's the tiers aren't set in the game, and it's really wide open who's going to win it. Because you got to not just consider the strength of the character versus the knowledge of the character versus the player, all of that mixed in together. You just don't know.
There's too many wild variables.
But
there's no constant.
Yeah, that's true. But I think people are going to use their old shoe.
Yeah,
you think
that?
A lot of
I was
people
thinking
are
about
going
that.
to venture into the new characters unless they just figure out something that they think is just going to be so nasty. I think if people lose in a major tournament setting, they're going to go back to their old shoe.
So, you know what? But it's interesting, though, because, at first everyone was talking about Sagat being nerfed. And then as more we learned about what they did across the board and the Scar move, which we're still finding out that you can do some really wacky stuff with that. Now, he's nerfed, but it's not as bad as we once thought, And now you're going to wonder, is it going to be, people sticking with the familiar, even though that, Dragon Punches have been nerfed on the damage as well as the
no more trade to the Ultra. Oh my goodness, I love that. Thank you, Capcom.
Yeah, they really. I know what I have to give it up to the developers. They've done their homework on these characters. Going back to what I was talking about earlier, when I found out that Guy can combo into his throw, and then do his EX Bushido kick after it, I'm like, what did I thought they just picked that out of the sky. I was like, no, it's an Alpha 3 in XISM. Who the heck plays Guy in XISM mode? You know what I'm saying?
I know a guy who was in Japan. Yeah, they play him.
They play him in XISM. I have never seen it. I've seen a lot of Alpha 3 videos. I have never seen him play in XISM. I always see him in AISM.
You see them in videos.
Huh?
You have to be in the arcades to see them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just not everybody. You got your tier whores out there too. You see a lot of variety out there.
Yeah, that is the one thing about Japan that I've come to appreciate and love. It's just like they will play their characters that they love to an extent that you've never seen before. You got people who just refuse to play with the top tier characters, and they're good with their third tier. So good to the point where you won't even think that they're third tier anymore.
It's like his hats off to those type of people, all over the world who stick with their character. Talking about making lemonade out of piss. To make a character that's been declared not viable for tournament and then go out there and have some success with it. that speaks volume to the dedication of that particular player and the talent.
Yeah, pretty much, man. I always believe that the player make the character. Of course, it helps to have a lot of good tools, And I'm not going to totally crap on Blanka until I actually get to play him. I always like to eyeball test him.
Right.
And it seemed like I've been getting conflicting reports saying that he's kind of worse in this game. We'll see.
But you know what?
Eyeball testing.
It's something interesting though about that, because when people were talking about Guile was going to be, why did they nerf him and blah blah blah. Now we found out what actual changes were made to him. Now, I consider Gilly the Guile expert on the SRK channel, on the Capcom channel. He's talking about this dude is going to be off the chain.
Oh yeah, and Gilly is EMS, right? That's an old ATL crew.
Right.
Me, myself, Scott, So yeah, if he says Guile's gonna be good, I believe him.
Because when they were talking about Gin, Seth was talking about Gin at Keystone 2 on that Friday stream, and it was really interesting. He's like, he would not tell people what Gin got. All they know is you can't do the MK to hands anymore. Okay, but they wouldn't talk about what they did, what else they did with him. And he's like, well, you know what? People thought that Gao was nerfed, and now you're about to see the full power of Gao. So it leads me to believe that Seth believes something similar again. That he's just not telling us what it is, and we're just going to find out for ourselves. Or at least wait until the development laws come out, and we'll just see what the changes are. But I have a hard time believing they just took that away and didn't give him anything else. But it's going to be fun. Only thing I'm complaining about is Abel, man. His second ultra is bullshit. I'm gonna go out there and just say it. It's bullshit.
Who?
Abel's second ultra, man.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of nasty. But hell, SNK Games had to worry about that with Clark. You know what I'm saying? Now, if his ultra catches you out of air, then that's kind of a little too nasty. Clark couldn't do that. At least I don't think he could. I don't think he could catch you out of the air with it.
No, but it's it's wow. I guess that's probably the best new ultra that's been put in the game. It's in terms of the damage, in terms of it being unblockable, in terms of being able to delay it, to be able to cancel it. And of course having armor and turning around, they could turn. I'm like, wow. They really went all out on this particular one, so it's going to be interesting. Maybe, as I said, with everything else, it may not turn out to be that great, maybe.
I don't think it's going to be that. All right, look at it like this. If somebody picked that move, just get in your head, hey, you got to do armor breaking moves. That's all.
Mm. And that is one way to go about it.
Yeah, if I see that, I'm just going to hit them with a Blanka ball. They picked that ultra. I'm just going to do random Blanka balls because, not so they can block it and then attack me, but just in certain situations if they're going to...
It doesn't go that far. You can jump back, and then you can deal with it on reaction. He's not going to be able to do it randomly on you.
Okay, well, most good able players, they're just going to wait for the Blanka to ball anyway and then counter.
Yeah, I was going to think about
that. Their other ultra is so good against Blanka, why would they even use the other one? Seriously, if I see Blanka and I was an able player, I'll just pick Ultra 1. I hit them, and they still, if I hit them and don't have the meter to focus out of it, then it's just a free Ultra. So I wouldn't see any able player choosing any Ultra besides number 1 against Blanka anyway.
Oh man, I'm just gonna post. Okay, there's a bot in the Seattle crew has their own RSC channel. I'm gonna post something that's really funny. And the AlphaISM channel, you guys can take a little giggle at it, because the bot reads the URL and gives you the description. All right. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to talk about it. You know, the people that'll get the inside joke get it. The people that don't, I'm sorry, I can't really repeat it. Never know who's listening. So, okay. All right. Anyway,
I don't hear it.
Yes, I have ShinBlanka on the show. Yes, well, we already did the announcement, so you know what? Maybe it's a good idea right now to.
You want to recap on the announcement?
Yeah, why don't you recap on the announcement?
All right, what's going on, y'all? For y'all late people, basically announced the dates for Final Round 2011. It'll be March 11th through 13th. ATL. Upgrading the hotel, moving on up like the Jeffersons. Going to the Hilton Atlanta. Real nice hotel. Huge ballroom. We don't have to separate people anymore. Everyone's gonna be in the same ballroom. We got over 6,500 square footage.
Wow.
Room, so it's a nice size ballroom. We're reducing the games that's going to be played at Final Round just to make the event more efficient, make sure everything runs on time. There will be an early bird online payment system. That'll be $25, and that will run for approximately 3 months. Once we set it up, then after that, it's going to be 30 up into the end of February, pretty much. Once the end of February hits, that'll pretty much be 2 weeks until the event. After that, you're going to have to pay $40 at the door for the lazy tax, because you choose to be lazy and hold up the tournament. Because 99.9% of any delays in the tournament comes from at the door registration. So you save $15 to $10 paying online and getting everything done. All you have to do is pick up your badge, and the tournament can start on time. Or you can be lazy and wait to pay at the door and hold up the tournament, and then complain about the tournament not starting on time. So you choose. I'll leave it up to you. Like I said, paying at the door is a luxury and a hassle. It's a luxury for the players, and it's a hassle for the organizers. Yeah, people come from all around the nation and the world. They want things to run on time, so I think this is the best way to do it. Not to call anybody out, but that's just the way we're going to do it. You know.
I'm sorry.
Also, I mean, we did that on the first section of the announcement. I'm not calling anybody else out, but yes, but nah, you know I'm just messing with him. Man.
Yeah, DS cool.
They're my folks.
Damn Dominicans. Go ahead, man.
But also, big announcement, we're going to be running Final Round XIV in Japan. That'll be headed by Scott Popular. Yeah. Basically,
you're going to have an aneurysm,
right? Super Street Fighter 4, Tekken 6, and BlazBlue Continuum Shift.
If time permits.
The winners of those events, of the RAMBAT system, they will win a trip to Final Round. Also, we're going to try to get this event streamed, so basically you guys can watch and see who's going to attend Final Round. You know, so it's just another way to not only promote Final Round in the U.S., but abroad, and try to bring our community, our international communities, more together. You know, so I think it's profitable. I mean, it's, you know, in favor for both teams. Everybody gets to see how they're playing. We get a glimpse into their world, and I mean, Scott Popular got a pimp-ass venue for this. I mean, go on and tell him, Scott.
Well, homeboy, shout out to Bull 410. We got a nice little place hooked up right on Tokyo Bay. It's on the 37th floor of the Bay Crest Hotel, and it's a pretty small little room, but it's overlooking like Tokyo Bay. You can see Tokyo Tower from there, Rainbow Bridge. It's crazy. And so basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have people come in around 4 p.m. set up registration. 4:30 to 5, it'll be tournament play. All the way up to 7 o'clock, we'll run a pizza break where everybody can sit down, chill, conversate, eat pizza, talk Japanese and English, get drunk. And then from 8 to around 9:35, we'll try to wrap up the whole tournament. And then we'll get out of there promptly around 10 o'clock because Japanese people are very efficient with time. I love it. And then after that, we'll just wander off into the night, and hopefully some other videos will come up from that.
So just to, I'm sorry, like me, I like to hype shit up. Just to recap, we're gonna have Final Round RAMBats in Japan.
Right.
In Japan for the Japanese players that no doubt has heard about Evo and Final Round and all the other major tournaments have probably never thought that they would get a chance to go until now.
Yeah, we're trying to give them that opportunity.
Exactly, because everyone knows Daigo, Mango, those players like that. There's a lot of good players in Japan that just don't have a chance or opportunity to attend a major event like Evo or Final Round or any major event, Midwest Championship. So I cooked up this idea, and it's been in the works for with the help of Scott Popular, of course.
You got cut off there for a second. What did you say? You said you've been in the works for, and then...
this has been in the works for a while. I mean, actually, this could have happened like 2 or 3 years ago, but, I mean, it is what it is. It's happening now. That's all that matters. We're going to try to bring, more international players to Final Round. I don't have sponsorship, so I got to actually use my brain to try to make my event better instead of just throwing cash and stuff like that. And I thought this was a good idea. I hope everyone out there, in the community, check out our stream and, give us the feedback on what we can do to improve the stream and players that we can try to seek out to, attend the event. Because like I said, this Final Round bat pretty much is going to be a new type of thing to Japan culture because they're used to going to the arcade. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they started a RAMBAT system, but they're not used to doing anything on a console in that type of atmosphere. So what we're trying to bring is a little bit of American culture to the Japanese gaming scene.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then vice versa, we could pick up, some of their, basically a part of their scene, and bring it back to Final Round. So that's what we're looking at right now, man.
I
don't know about you.
I gotta give you props here. I have to give both of you props on this one because this is something about talking about bridging the gap, and because really of course we got rivalries, we got competition, but it's all for the love of the game, right? That's what the saying goes, and you're actually living that. A lot of people talk about expanding the community, getting new blood in the community, but very few people actually do something about it. And you're showing your dedication to the scene by bringing a little bit of Japan, bringing into the United States, and vice versa. Because you could be starting something big, in Japan with console gaming. We heard about God's Garden, right? So but this could really be the start of something really significant for the Japanese players that, maybe, this might be the thing to jumpstart the adoption of console gaming in Japan.
Exactly, and that's kind of the point too.
That's what
because we know that Japanese culture with the arcades, you got people it's the way they life, They take a lunch break, they may go to the arcade. Or they get off work, to unwind, they go to the arcade. And you got a lot of kids that's hanging out, ain't doing much. They go to the arcades also. So it's pretty much like how the 90s was here in America, but it just never died. The so-called golden years. Mm-hmm. A lot of players don't even know about, unless they're old like me. It's still like that in Japan. I mean, they still go there, just ask Scott Popular. They still go there because, they don't really socialize, go over somebody's house like we do and have a get-together. That shit's rude.
And, I mean, it's kind of hard to do that when you got a small-ass house anyway.
Well, yeah, that too.
So, and just making more of a homelier environment, the one that we grew up in, the one, like people talk, and, people, I mean, the Rambats, yes, they are for Street Fighter and for, Tekken, but I also want the Japanese players to learn how to converse with each other and be a little bit more friendly. Cause like,
because I heard that's a problem. Like, you go to the arcades there. Like, I was talking to NKI, and he was like, yeah, man, when I went to Japan, nobody really talked to me at the main, like, arcade centers, gaming centers. He's like, I had to go to, no, that was Fubar Duck. I heard that interview with Ski and Keits. He was talking about that. Like, they really want to talk to you, you gaijin or whatever. And they ain't really sociable with each other either, The games are not side by side, they're, single player, head to head joints. So that interaction, just not there. At least for me. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I mean, just that single thing with the machines being not like that, not that one head up. It's just like you got a whole road to walk past to get around to the other player just to say good game. Yeah, just that simple interaction right there kind of separates them.
Yeah, man. So a lot of people in our community that was lucky enough to grow up in arcades, they go to the arcade, they right beside right beside somebody, elbowing, and, the people in America, they like, well, we're big. We want to play on Japanese head-to-head cabinets. But if you grew up in the arcades like I did, it was just something about being, side by side, look a man in his eye, Like, yeah, I'm about to whoop you. There ain't nothing you can do about it, Then see how his face changed up when you whooping up on him, It's just nothing. I'm sorry. I love the Japanese sticks now. I used to just be on haps. I finally converted, But I just love that feeling, That's one of the main reasons why I take my cabinet in games like Alpha 2, Super Turbo, original, will only be on my cab because you don't get that feel from sitting on the floor playing somebody, looking at a TV on the table, or even from a head-to-head joint because you got to get up, walk around, then say good game, even if it's one thing. And how, Scott Popular saying, they got a whole row of maybe 15, 20 games. You may be on one end and playing somebody all the way on the other end. You don't even know who you're going to see good games to because it's all, in one network. So having Final Round Rambats will be, a slice of Americana in Japan, how we do things on console. You know what I'm saying? But, with a little southern flavor to it.
The southern hospitality. I mean, that's going to be something that...
Sky's from the ATL, so, you know what I'm saying? He going to bring that side of it.
Yeah. It's going to be a party.
I mean, because you know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like it's more than just... it's more than just, video games, just us playing games. It's also, a shift of thinking because here in the United States, games are part of hanging out. You know, it's about, of course, it's about winning. It's about winning that game and everything. But it's part of hanging out, spending time together. But in Japan, it's more business-like, where you go to the arcade. It's not there for a hangout. You go there to win, to learn, and to win, and to But I mean, I think it's going to be a big change of thinking to this. You can say yes, but you can have both. You can have yes, we're going to go in and we're going to play. There's going to be some rivalries. Going to be some shit talking, all of that. But then you're also going to have, hey, we're going to have a good time. We're going to eat. We're going to laugh. We're going to drink. Type of thing.
Yeah. Then we're going to go out on the town. So.
Yeah, there you go. I'm out high for it. I'm happy that's happening, because I think that right now I don't think it's a better game to do it around than Super Street Fighter 4. And judging from, I saw the announcement that the video of the announcement that Ono made. Everyone went crazy. So it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I really can't wait, man. I really can't wait.
Well, I can't either, man. Can you wait, Scott?
Word.
No, man. Yeah, I'm running it, and just for everybody to know, if you got any questions or suggestions, please, I'm open, because this is very new for me. Like, I've been helping Larry run Final Round before it was actually Final Round, so whatever you guys can come up with, give me some insight, because not only do I have to service you guys, I got to service the Japanese culture as well. So I'm looking for people like AKI and Bull and just Daigo. I'm looking for all of those people with their input to come forth and just tell me, like, how should I run this? Of course, I'm going to try to keep the party flavor into it, but I also want to be respectful to them, because this is Japan.
Yeah. If Cam123. We can get in contact with him too, because he goes to a lot of tournaments also out there. Somebody on RC, tell Kim what's up and see if he could get in contact with Scott Popular through either DFP Radio, FinalRound.org, or on Shuriken. Either one. You know what I'm saying? Either or.
Yeah. Also,
try to get in contact with him.
Also, if you want a quick preview, if you add me on Facebook, if you look at my photos, there's a group of pictures called Tokyo Nights. I know I have hundreds of pictures because of our previous Rambat events. Because before it was just called Tokyo Pizza Club, where we just went up there and ordered pizza and played video games and got drunk. So now we're just going to try to organize this whole thing and make it into a Rambat. We've been doing this for 2 years already.
Man, I mean, like I said, this is good. This is good.
Whoa, whose mic is that?
I don't know.
That is
Keits.
Did my mic do something? It was off.
Oh. Hey, you know what, Keith, man? I'm sorry, man. I forgot you were here. No,
that's fine. I just hopped on because you guys were talking about something I was interested in, and by the time I got on, my Skype opened and everything, you had moved topics.
So
Skype opened slow.
Let's talk a little bit about Midwest Championships, because as you know, first major after Super Street Fighter 4. I'm trying to hype it up, trying to get everybody, if you can go, it's going to be great. I mean, what's the update on Midwest Championships? What can you tell us?
We got a lot of good stuff going on. We're doing something that I've always been really fond of, that I didn't know if it was going to be possible, but definitely thanks to Mad Cats, we're going to be able to do it. We're going to do door prizes.
Oh.
So, I like being inclusive, and I like that the winners leave with thousands of dollars, but it's kind of nice to be able to say, even if you're coming for the learning experience and you're not going to win, you can still walk out with something. So basically the way it works is if you pay your venue fee, you are automatically entered into the door prize raffle. And throughout the entire event, both days, every 15 to 30 minutes, we're going to be calling winners to go get prizes.
That's nice.
And, the big deal in the raffle is 5 tournament edition Super Street Fighter 4 arcade sticks from Mad Catz. So 5 of those will be being given away in the raffle. So you could leave with a $150 arcade stick just for showing up. And there's a lot of other prizes in the raffle too. A lot of them are furnished by attendees, just video game related stuff that they have that they want to give away. There are some dud prizes in there, so you could be called up to win, think you're going to get an arcade stick, and walk away with like a VHS copy. Yeah, you can walk away with a VHS copy of the 3D Donkey Kong Country movie.
Oh, what about the Blu-ray for Street Fighter the movie?
There's some really cool stuff in there, and then there's some really stupid stuff in there, but it'll be fun, and people like winning prizes, and that's something that I like to bring to people.
Yeah, give them Chun-Li Street Fighter movie.
Ooh, man, come on, man. We want them to come back, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I'm just talking about for the dead prize.
There's some sweet stuff in there, but there's some pretty silly stuff in there too.
Yeah, that movie
it'll be worth it. It'll be fun. We're gonna try and keep them hidden, other than the sticks, so that it's kind of a big surprise when you come up and you're like, "Ooh, what am I gonna get?" And we're gonna spread those arcades out too. So say again.
Oh, do the curtain thing like The Price is Right.
That would be sweet if I could set that up.
For real.
That would be sweet if I could set up 3 curtains and put different prizes behind them.
And have them choose.
That would be hot, man. Like, let's make a deal or whatever that was. That would be really funny.
Over the PA, you just do that little music. Dun-dum, dun-dum.
Yeah.
It's like
Well, we were going to give you a prize, but only if you can get 4,000 in Plinko. Good luck.
Exactly.
I got some other announcements too. Obviously, last time I was on, I announced that Level Up is going to come out to do our stream. Sounds like the hotel's updating their internet just for us, so we should have a disgustingly smooth stream. And if you guys can't come, there will be prizes, a few prizes for people watching the stream from home that will ship to you, so long as you are in the continental U.S. So that's kind of nice as well, just in case you can't make it.
That's not nice for me.
Shouts out to Alex V. Shouts out to Alex V and Level Up.
Yep. Yeah, Alex Valle is actually coming out, so he'll be in the brackets, toughing it out with you guys on the brand new Super Street Fighter 4. And then the other thing that I wanted to do too was I'm a big fan of top 8 payouts, but I also don't want to upset the standard where people are really used to the 70-20-10. So I'm doing the pot bonus separately from the normal prize pool. So the normal prize pool is still going to split 70-20-10 like normal. So if there's 200 people, then first place is going to be $1,400. But the $1,000 pot bonus is getting split down the top 8. So it's the percentages are 30, 20, 15, 10, 2 7.5s, and 2 5s. So if you get 7th place, you're still walking out with $50 in Super Street Fighter 4. And then if you get first place, you get a $300 bonus on your winnings, plus a Mad Catz arcade stick. Second place is a $200 bonus. Third place is a $150 bonus. Those both get Mad Catz sticks as well. And then everybody else in top 8 just gets that pot bonus money right out of the pot bonus. So, it's nice. It's nice to reward people who can get up that far in such a big bracket, even though they're not necessarily going to win the whole thing every time. And I think that is very rewarding for people.
By the way, what was the turnout for Street Fighter 4 at last year's Midwest Champion? Do you know?
Last year's was a different ball game because we were still in that arcade in Nickel City. And I don't know. I feel like the tournament was just kind of going through the motions that it went through every year. But I think the turnout was around 100. This year, I expect somewhere between 200 and 300. Obviously, this is the new Midwest Championships. I've taken over for this year, and we've decided to move out of the arcade. We're in a really nice big hotel ballroom this year. I got a really good deal on hotel rooms for everybody, $69 a night.
Yeah, that's really good, man.
They're really good, yeah.
Especially
and
for
we got
a
some cool stuff
like
going on too. Yeah, for sure. There's a food concession stand in the ballroom, so you won't have to leave to get your food on. And the prices are really reasonable. It's stadium-style eats, so you'll be able to get like a hot dog for $2 or a brat for $2.50. Burgers. I think they're serving salads, and there will be chips and sodas and ice cream as well. And then across the hall from my ballroom, about 6 feet across the hall, there's a bar. So if you're of age, you can get yourself some alcohol, and you are free to bring it back into the ballroom as long as you don't get belligerent or share it with minors. You're good to go.
Yeah.
Or you're asked out so fast.
Yeah.
People. That's a really dumb way of getting not only disqualified but getting arrested. So
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So
don't give minors alcohol.
So don't do. I mean, you're welcome to drink. I want you guys to chill and have a good time. But if you're going to get, crazy, loud, violent, angry, or try and share with minors, you're done. We'll throw you out of the hotel, and you won't be allowed back in.
Peace. 2 fingers.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry for you.
Yeah,
but it's nice.
Yeah.
I know most of the community is over 21. I think our average age is probably, lower now with Street Fighter 4, but I still think our average age is probably somewhere around 23, 24. So.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. It's like 23, 24. Most of the people I talk to.
It's probably closer to 26, 27 before Street Fighter 4. But now it's gone down a little because of the new blood, which is good. It's a good thing to see all that new blood. And
yeah,
I'm still working out a few last details for MWC. I'm trying to secure a pot bonus for Tekken. I really am.
Oh, nice.
I'm hoping I can find the money somewhere for it. But right now, there's no other pot bonuses but Super Street Fighter 4.
By the way, I'm. You know what? I just realized something. It's something that I have to kind of remind myself. There are people that download AlphaISM radio shows that are 09ers. We call them 09ers, right? And 08ers, whatever. And I'm telling you, if you're talking about being competitive at any fighting game, you cannot do it without attending tournaments. You cannot be the best. If you think you want to become one of the best, if you're going to do that, you got to attend majors. There's no way around it. You cannot do it playing your 3 neighbors from downstairs. All right.
Can't do it online either.
Can't do it online either.
But you're not
All that rage quitting does not count.
So one last thing for MWC, and then I'll lay off. We are continuing the tradition, the long-running MWC tradition, of the mystery game tournament. And for those unfamiliar, that means that you pay to enter, and every single round of the tournament, that means, winners bracket round 1, winners bracket 2, losers 1, every single round of the tournament will be a different mystery title, pre-selected by me and one other judge, who are obviously not entering because we know what the games are. But there's some awesome stuff in there, and it's going to be really fun. So if you enjoy fun, you should enter.
Which means you might be playing Third Strike, or you may be playing Eternal Champions on Sega CD.
Yep, it could be anything. There's some really good stuff in there, and there's some really silly stuff in there. But it's gonna be really, really fun, and we're doing that. We're doing that for $10 this year.
There's a chance of seeing 120% in that.
It's possible, man. Anything's possible.
Take my ball.
Anything's possible. As long as you play it against somebody, it's possible it could be in.
So long as on at least a 1-on-1, and it's viable.
Exactly.
I mean,
we've gone through and selected some interesting games, and I think you guys will be happy either playing it or watching it. But like I said, it's one of the most fun things you can do for $10 if you're coming to MWC. So enter that, and you won't regret it. Even if you go 2 and out, you'll probably have a great time.
Now tell me about this. I saw one thing you're gonna have. You're gonna have the random 5-on-5.
Oh yeah, it's something else that I do too.
Yeah.
It's actually gaining some popularity. I know this kind of came up when Frosty Faustings, another smaller Chicago tournament, was going to run. They focus on Guilty Gear, but they get a really good turnout for a one-day tournament, like really, really packed in that place. But they were talking about Team Street Fighter 4, and they weren't sure what format to do, and I had offered to run my random 5-on-5 format, and there was, a lot of players wanted to do it, and other players prefer to pick their own team. So the compromise was that we just run them both. So I'm going to do that again with Midwest Championships as well. If you like picking your own team, we're going to do the standard, 3-on-3 format. Pick your teammates, enter it, do your thing. But after that, we're also going to run the random 5-on-5, and it's not random characters, it's random teammates. You enter alone. and we will sort you onto teams of 5 players automatically.
Okay, so when you sign up for the random, you have to pick the character.
Correct.
And you can't
you
change
enter with your character, you can't change, and we'll put you on a team that does not have any repeats of your character.
Okay.
So there won't be any repeats, and then kind of the idea behind this tournament is to meet people and learn something.
That's
not
nice.
necessarily
I like
to
that.
be the champion, but you get in there and you get to meet people who you might not have otherwise talked to. Now suddenly, because there is some money involved, like I have a reason to coach my entire team if I can, because I could win some money from doing so. Whereas ordinarily, I've never met these people before. Why would I come up behind them while they're playing and be like, you should do this, or you should do this? So it's a real opportunity to meet a couple people and really learn something from them, or maybe teach some stuff if you have stuff to teach as well. And the Midwest seems to really like the format, as long as it's not run to the exclusion of the other format. And that's fine. We got the space and the time. We're going to make it happen.
Yeah, because you know what? I'm going to go back to what I said before. If you're new to the Street Fighter scene, and I mean, one of the best ways to get better is to network, really, because you need to network with people that are above you, right? And are willing to coach you, to show out what's going on, because a lot of people online, they're not interested in coaching you and seeing what you can do better. They're just there to play a game. So, I mean, Midwest Championships is a great opportunity to meet others who share your interests and are really good at the game. And not only that, not only you will learn something and you'll become a better player because of it, but you will meet new people and you're going to have fun. So, really, if you can go to Midwest Championships, Keith, why don't you tell us the date again?
It's May 8th and May 9th. And we start taking registrations at the door 10 a.m. Saturday. But if you're there Friday night, the night before, we will be in the ballroom during setup. And we want you to come in Friday night and get your registration out of the way if you can. I mean, we can't let you hang out in there that night because we don't have the ballroom paid for that night for that. But please come downstairs, say hi, get your registration out of the way, get your wristband, and then go find someone's room to get your game on in, because I'm sure there's going to be lots of late-night gaming going on Friday night.
Yes, it's BYOC, bring your own console.
Yeah, exactly. So there's really cool stuff going on with all the team tournaments and the giveaways and all that. Hopefully I can arrange one last pot bonus for Tekken. I'm, again, digging real deep to try and find another sponsor to cover that, because I am gassed out here. I have no money left.
I had an idea, Ace. This is just a half-assed idea, but you ever thought about doing like on teams for Street Fighter? You ever thought about doing like themes like the Final Fight team, and then you're gonna go out there and try to find someone who's gonna play guys?
I think they call those concept matches or something.
Huh?
Don't they call those concept matches where like you have to have like a theme team?
Yeah, I was just thinking that one, because now that the roster is big enough where you can't have theme teams really easily in Super Street Fighter 4.
You need Birdie and Cody together to be the chain gang.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, here we go again. I mean, actually, I've never seen Street. Maybe someone can correct me. I cannot remember the last time we had this many grapplers in one Street Fighter game. But,
yeah, it's pretty cool.
And that's what I'm excited about.
Not only that, but we got grapplers with footsies. I can actually poke like T-Hawk.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that Haken plays like Duran from EX.
No, he won't. He won't play like that.
Damn.
What was that supposed to imply?
The little oily super when you lay on the ground just seems like it's instant.
Yeah, it's fast.
It just seems like it's dang on instant. If you touch him, you're slipping. The little slip and slides. Ultra so.
You have to touch him airborne. It's not just any touch. You have to be.
Oh, so you can't sweep him? So you can sweep him out of it?
Yeah, absolutely. He's got to catch you in the air. But if you have moves that make you count as airborne, it beats all of them. So like Blanca Ball, it would beat.
Okay. Great. That's nice to know.
Yeah.
Well, man, fuck it, man. I'm hearing that you can sweep Blanka easier out of the ball, so it's going to be Shin Cody for me.
Yep, I'm playing Cody myself.
The Cody train has left the station.
Yeah.
Dudley left about a month ago, and now it's Cody's turn. And
no, I was never talking about Dudley, man. Not for me using. I was thinking about Cody and T-Hawk all the way. So
I can't believe that T-Hawk is actually going to be viable in the game.
He hits so hard.
I know.
EXDP into dive follow-up hits ridiculously hard for how simple it is.
Yes, I like that.
It's like 50-50 because he's standing next to you. He's either going to grab you or he's going to DP. Do you jump or stay on the grab?
I don't know. When I was watching that one stream and people were doing the spinning power driver, or the NBA jams as I call it, they were doing it with Fierce Punch. I'm just wondering, okay, doesn't the jab punch just plant right at his feet?
Yeah, it does less damage, but it keeps you closer for the follow-up.
Yeah, because I mean
for the wake-up game,
fire
I want you right beside me. I mean, that's one thing that Zangief wish he had. You know, he's spin you up, drop you on your neck. But
Hakan has the same thing, actually. Hakan's jab grab makes him land close to you, and the fierce grab makes him land far away. So it depends on if you want to follow up or if you want to oil up.
Yeah, exactly. Or if you want to whore away for the last few seconds, then oil up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of stuff you can do with Hakan. You know, Zangief wish he had that. You know, every throw he does, he bounces one way, and then the other character bounces the other way.
Zangief's stupid. Fuck him.
No, his Air Ultra, his second Ultra, man,
is beastie.
It looks like it beats anything in the air. If you're in the air and he comes up with it, I don't care what you're doing. It looks like it's.
Has it been confirmed that you can do lag focus out of it until
you
the air?
could, but they took it out. It's not in the final build.
Boo. Man,
that would be a little bit too good, but.
Well, hell, T-Hawk can't, focus out of the DP, so.
Yeah, he can't at all.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's pretty much like Blanka's up ball. The funny thing is they're still on the ground and can be thrown out of it, which is really stupid. Like, if you use the EX version, you can throw Blank out of all of his balls. Like, when he does a horizontal ball, you can grab him out of jab, like his short kick, ducking short kick. You can grab him that far away. That's why Ken just owns him. You know what I'm saying? Like, just grab game. Grab game can kill Blank. For people that didn't know that.
I think grabs are going to kill Makoto, too. Because I'm not sure.
We all know that our country's journey toward equality.
Well, like, I know EX command grab has armor, but you can still just throw her out of it.
Yeah.
You'd be able to throw her out of all of her special moves as well.
Well, see, that's what's stupid. I don't like normal grabs being. Yeah, I don't like normal grabs being better than special grabs. I don't like that at all.
I thought that command grab takes precedence over normal throws.
Shit, not if it come out too slow.
Really, I thought that when you're doing a
command
grab,
at least from my understanding, unless it's the same frames, then it'll win.
It depends on the situation because some grabs are throw invincible during their startup, and others aren't.
Yeah, some are.
Like Abel's, I think what was it that his normal one he can't be thrown over his normal one. His EX one he can't beats all attacks. Is that, or I got it reversed? I don't know.
I don't play Abel.
I don't play with Abel.
Right. Oh yeah, that's what I heard anyway. But okay, I mean I learned something new here because I thought that command grab always takes precedence over a normal throw. But wow.
Anyway, I think that Dudley's gonna be good. I think Dudley's gonna be DJ and Dudley's gonna be good. I don't know. Everybody panicked at first about how good Dudley's gonna be. But he's gonna have a lot of tools. But hell, he's still gonna have the same problem of getting in. So.
Dudley's got ways past normal fireballs, but air fireballs are going to mess him up.
Yeah.
So that means that he's going to die to Akuma and to Ibuki and to...
Yep. And Rolento. Oh, wait, he's not in the game yet.
Yeah. Rolento.
Gotta wait for that DLC, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I don't know about Rolento. I don't think he'll be viable, but hey, we'll see if they make him.
I just want to see the dudes come out of the ceiling with the knives.
Yeah, that would be tight in 3D.
All I want to see.
Come up out of the ground or something.
Yeah, the dudes with the knives.
Yeah, that win pose where the dudes just come out of the ceiling and they got the knives.
Yeah.
That shit.
And then one guy got the hook.
The federales.
Yeah. Shoot, I just don't think he'll be any good without a guard meter or a custom combo. I mean, what else is he gonna do?
Maybe they'll give him a custom combo ultra.
Yeah, that's what he have to do. But before he get that, what is he gonna do? Run away?
You got a phone game on, though. Come on.
I don't know, man. How slow they made Guy?
Just walk forward and press jab. Guy looks actually really good all of a sudden. Have you seen the new stuff?
I'm thinking that
combo in the throw and then EX Hurricane kick and stuff.
Yeah, because I don't think Guy. I don't think you're not really supposed to really jump with Guy as more of using his command.
No. You use his command, flip over or whatever. What I'm just talking about is basically Rolento thrives on great normal attacks, pokes to break your guard.
Mm-hmm.
That and he usually have a silly ass fucking custom combo. Without those options, what is he going to do in a regular fight? If he can't break your guard or he can't do some silly-ass custom, what is he going to do?
Is it time? Let me ask you guys a question, since you guys all play games. Is it time for maybe S4T? Do you think that they make one? You think they should introduce a guard bar?
No, fuck a guard bar, first of all.
Okay.
Guard bar is not very newbie-friendly.
No, I mean, if you're gonna try to introduce this game and make it fun for people that's learning how to play Street Fighter, then you're not gonna put a guard in.
Yeah, that's just something else to watch.
But in the same breath, this game is already taking a turn from what Ono said at first. He wanted to get back to basics of Street Fighter, which he did, but now they're gonna start introducing customs. And they're introducing chain combos, you know what I'm saying? So it may go in that direction. You never know. I mean, to add Rolento, I think they would pretty much have to do it, in my opinion. But hey, who am I?
I was really sad that the rumor about multi-hit focus didn't come true, because I think that could really work in this system.
I think people were scared of that because it may get into the parry realm.
Yeah, but the parry's got no, the gray damage is what would make it work, because if I parried, or if I focused 4 hits of your, super fireball, I'd have half of my health gray. If you got one jab on me, I'd lose all that.
Yeah, but
it's pretty tight.
Yes and no. I think people are so afraid of the whole parry system in Street Fighter 3. I mean, that turned off the new players, you know what I'm saying? When people really got good at Third Strike, it's kind of like Marvel, in a way. People play GGPO, whatever, and learn the basics, but when they face somebody who's been playing it for years in the arcade, I mean, it ain't even fair, really. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody playing Marvel. They were playing that for 10, 11 years. You get up on there and just get destroyed, especially somebody learning Marvel on PlayStation 3 or Xbox. Come on, man. I don't know. Maybe I just look at it like that because I've been around the block. That's all.
Yeah, I feel you. I just think it's so different from parry because the only way to exit focus stance is to dash forward, back, or let go of it. So by committing to multi-hit parrying or multi-hit focusing something, and I always picture this as tapping down during focus. So after you absorb the first hit, you tap down. And it would restart the focused animation. So you'd go back to level 1 in your focus wind-up and start charging again. And you could tap down as much as you wanted to restart it and gain the ability to focus another hit. So you just tap down rhythmically to focus the multi-hit fireball or normal or whatever.
But if you mess up,
or cash out of it to be subject to any punishment.
But yeah, because I see what you're saying. Because if you mess up, you're gonna eat all the damage anyway.
Yeah, if you screw up on the fourth or fifth hit, it's all gray damage. You lose all of it. It's like you just got hit with all of it unscaled. It's even worse.
Ah, I see. I like that.
And then even if you are successful, suddenly you have 60% gray health.
So now you got to play hella defensively, right?
Yeah. I think it could be a really cool risk-reward mechanic. And it could bring back the kind of, I'm down to no health, oh shit, I got to parry all of this moments. Just make it so that
but you can't live off gray damage, can you?
Yeah, but they could change that. I actually would like to see that changed.
No, I kind of like that you can't focus at the end. I kind of like that.
But you know what? But it's not that big of a deal, I don't think, because if someone grade damages all the way down to 0, that means, okay, so you delay a bit and throw a fireball and they're not expecting to poof, they're dead, you know?
Well, I mean, that's kind of what
Block one, they die.
I think that's what Gen's whole tactic is going to be with that new touch of death.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe they're experimenting with something like what I'm talking about for the future.
Yeah. I mean, that would be a cool option. You know what I'm saying? For people who want to get back into that third strike mode, a multi-parrying or focusing, attacks. I mean, that would be a cool option.
Well,
but
I have
do
to
you
have an
think
idea.
that would scare away the newer people? I don't want to call them newbies or old niners and nothing like that. I mean,
I think you can make it easy
away?
enough. I think you can make it easy enough, and the reward isn't big enough for being able to do it that you have to be able to do it. And I think it could create some really cool, inspiring, Daigo, Justin, Third Strike type moments on video that could actually bring more players to the game eventually.
I don't know how bigger you can get than Daigo versus Justin last year at Evo.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I was at 2004 Evo when Daigo did that, and up until I watched the stream of, Daigo and Justin playing last year, that was probably the hypest I've ever been, besides, like, random moments that happen at Final Round, the whole Daigo. Really, what's the guy, Cooney, playing with Zangief and just beasting on people in Super Turbo actually was more impressive because, using Zangief in Super Turbo and beating Sagats and Ryu's, handling them. So, I mean, I had a lot of good memories for going to that Evo. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if we should look into a game mechanic making the game more, exciting. I think it's up to the players to do that. Hell, Justin and Daigo last year, proved it. Who knew Justin really played with Balrog or, how good his footsie game. We all know Justin's a great player. But, most of the time we just see him, repping Daigo Rufus all the time with Fat Nito jumping all over people, raising the roof. So, I mean, to me, I enjoyed that match, more than a lot of matches I've seen, period. That's, the Daigo thing and whatever, That's just
I'm
me.
just excited for the future, because if Capcom's making more fighting games outside...
Well, that's a good thing.
Good.
For our community. I mean, think about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we all were playing 8, 9, 10-year-old games.
Yeah, I said to somebody the other day that if at Evo 2K8 they would have walked up to me and told me we were going to have over 1,000 entries for Street Fighter 4 the next year, I would have slapped them in the face and walked away.
Well, no.
Well, even mentioning Street Fighter 4, remember that famous, Skisonic losing his mind over CVS2, with the whole... I said that, it's going to be Street Fighter 4, and everyone laughed and everything, and then Capcom had the last laugh on that one.
Well, I mean, it was a good thing because really and truthfully, Capcom Fighting Evolution was supposed to be our farewell game to all our loving fighting game fans.
A shitty farewell.
But I'm just saying, I mean, real talk, that was the game that was supposed to be the farewell to fighting games because they were pretty much dropping the genre. So everybody should be happy that we got Street Fighter 4, whether you like it or not, I mean, for a game that's really trying to change the way people play 2D type games, it's pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm glad they're on the 3D actually too, because I think the 3D graphics, even though it's still 2D gameplay, is just a lot more receptive to the masses these days. And you know, as a bonus, it's much cheaper and quicker to produce than 2D, than good 2D.
Right, and there's still...
Oh yeah. I mean, Street Fighter 3 will still go down as Disney quality. You know, nobody will be able to match that, I don't think.
And you know, and the fact of the matter is that that they could still do a quasi 3D, look to it, and everyone still has their own personalities, and it doesn't feel like it's just a bunch of moves transplanted to different people with slightly different properties.
Like Street Fighter EX.
Right. So exactly. It's. Let me ask you guys a question, and this is, I raised this idea earlier. What do you think about in making the level 2 focus attack overhead?
What'd you say?
Making the level 2 focus attack an overhead.
That could open up a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, because I was just thinking about that. Because you know what made me think about that? I was watching people experimenting with I don't know all the technical terms, but Makoto's dash punch or what to do after it, because you can't grab after it like you can in Third Strike. But I saw this one dude, he canceled it right into a focus attack, and I was like, man, if that focus attack was an overhead, he would have caught that guy like two or three times, and I've been great, because I was thinking, I mean, again, because people are telling me now that the focus attacks have not been sped up between Street Fighter 4 and Super. And I'm like, okay, fine. So it's not too good. So just give someone, besides crumple, how about it? Someone's able to land it. You give them an overhead, and they can do a combo, but it's going to be scaled hard because of the focus attack crumple. So it's not like they're going to get a huge amount of damage, but there's still some ways of, it's still a good way to land some damage and people, prevent people from turtling at least.
I kind of like that
People
idea.
just learn to stand as soon as they see the focus flash. It'll only work for like a week.
No, well, if you have variations of the focus, you had a low focus and a high focus.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. A low focus and a high focus.
Yeah. Instead of just sitting there and holding back, you know what I'm saying? You guys think. I like things that, invoke thinking, just like, Adam's idea about the multiple focus, you know what I'm saying? Anything that invoke thought, more thought into the game is good. As long as you don't put too many subsystems in the game, because I'm a firm believer of too many subsystems ruin the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I take it you don't like Guilty Gear.
I like watching Guilty Gear. I mean, I never really even tried to play Guilty Gear except for when it was the first one.
I'm just kind of interesting. Why did you choose Guilty Gear? I mean, I thought CVS2 would be the first nominee for that.
CVS2, I guess, does have a lot of subsystems, but they're spread out, so you only have access to a few of them at a time in most cases, unless N-Groove has a lot of them. But yeah, Guilty Gear and BlazBlue are the subsystem games.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on what you like. Me, I'm an old man. I don't like all that flying around and crap. So I just leave that to the young bucks. They can have that. You know what I'm saying? I like something that feels more like Street Fighter. I really can't define what real Street Fighter feels like. I just know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with it. It grew up with me. You know what I'm saying? I know how real Street Fighter plays. So if something plays like Street Fighter, I'll play it. If something plays like Marvel-y or, Guilty Gear-ish, I'll watch it. I enjoy it for what it is, but for me playing it, I can't get down with it.
I just thought about something, man. I think you have something there with the high focus and low focus, because I assume that the startup will look the same for both.
Yeah.
It's just that the ending animations will be different depending on whether you chose low or high. That's really, I really like that idea. I really do like that idea.
Quick question, because I'm going to have to get out here pretty soon. How does everybody feel about Super Street Fighter 4 coming so quickly?
I think it's appropriate.
I think it's
not that quick.
I think it's a bit quick, man. I mean, hell, look at it right now. Look at most times. People still freaking playing console characters. I mean, they just getting into console characters. I mean, me personally, I think the game came out 2 years too early. But hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad that it's here now. But if I had my choice, you know what I'm saying, I would have had a release version of the console version that we have in the arcades, and I would let that be played for at least a year and a half. I mean, that's just me personally.
Just being out here in Japan, I would have really enjoyed if they would have put the console characters into the arcade at some point.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to see. Like, hey, make an arcade version, the same version that we have in America. We've been playing, so it won't be any gimmicks if Japan come over here and people try to say, oh, well, such and such won against him because of gimmicks. You know what I'm saying? You eliminate you don't have two versions.
But
I'm sorry.
I have to disagree, though, only because look, the way that Super Street Fighter 4 looks, it looks like that Street Fighter 4 wasn't finished. Even with the console characters.
Right.
And I just felt like that Super Street Fighter 4 is what they wanted to do in the beginning, but because of time constraints and budget constraints and not knowing whether or not it's going to succeed, I think they all played the play in now. So, to me, Super Street Fighter 4 is Street Fighter 4.
No, I don't agree with that now.
I do. I think that this is what they wanted to do. I mean, they wanted T-Hawk in there. They wanted DJ in there.
Yeah, they wanted him. I can say on characters, the way the game plays, I really think that the console version of Street Fighter 4 is what they wanted for the arcade. But they weren't about to go and charge these guys, $20-something thousand to get another version of Street Fighter 4. That's pretty much another version. You know what I'm saying? You're going to pay for X amount of console characters. The characters are, not big enough to downloadable content. You know what I'm saying? And then they already knew that they were going to work on, Super Street Fighter 4. So I think that the console version that we've been playing for 9-10 months. 12 months, because it came out just before Final Round last year. The version we played, I think that was supposed to be the finished version in the arcade, but I feel that Capcom probably pushed them to release it. You know what I'm saying? We need to get it out. We need to, the buzz. We don't want to lose the buzz. That's just my personal opinion.
I mostly agree, but I think you have to strike the iron while it's hot as well, and waiting too long could be a real problem. And,
that's true.
It's been a year since console release. It's not super quick. It's also not a huge update to the game. It's just a lot of bonus characters and better online modes, which is something a lot of us were asking for here in the States. But personally, I wouldn't mind if they serialized it and did like a yearly thing like Madden. Not necessarily a disc, but if there was a DLC every year for a handful of new characters and some weeks to keep the game fresh, I'd be in. I'd be doing that.
Yeah. I wish I could trade in my downloadable content.
Yeah, you can't do that. I don't know. I like variety, and I prefer if it was kept fresh. So if they kept tweaking and adding to it over the years, abusing the fact that now they can. I don't know,
man. Then you get into KOF.
What you have now is virtually useless.
Yeah, that's true. KOF was serialized, kinda, but this type of content release wasn't.
But it wasn't modernized, though.
And you had to create a new game. You had to start from scratch or release a new disc or a new arcade, cartridge or whatever. But now that you have the ability to patch and update in DLC, you can continue to work on the same product, just adding new features, new characters, and balance tweaks to it for quite a lot longer.
Plus, it wasn't modernized. The KOF may not have been serialized, but
that's true.
I mean, the game looked like it was made in 1984, and I mean,
I say they should be doing it every year. I don't mean they should do it forever, but for a while. When the game starts looking dated, obviously, it's time to make a new one.
Not even dated, man. I don't want to be playing Street Fighter 4, or I don't know.
Just because they were updating that
doesn't
Yeah, just because they were updating Street Fighter 4 doesn't mean that other new games wouldn't come out from Capcom.
Right.
Okay.
Right. You know, I was just thinking that maybe one of the things I believe firmly that we're going to see Super 4 Turbo in about 12 to 15 months from now.
No, we'll never see a Super Turbo 4, man.
I agree with that.
It's going to be a Street Fighter 5.
It's too quick for that. It's too quick. I think it's about 3 years.
Ono also said there wouldn't be an arcade version.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't trust the guy. He's obviously misleading us.
Yeah.
I'm sure they were working on Super before console came out, but they don't want to tell us because then we won't buy it. Or less of us.
I think I know they were working on that. I mean, hell, they pretty much. What did they say? They had T-Hawk and DJ models already made.
Yeah.
Could fit them in.
They're going to keep pushing forward until it's not a cash cow anymore. I'm sure they're working on the next one.
Oh, yeah, they're working on the next one.
By the way, Rob, I want to correct you with something. He's talking about no more prepackaged Street Fighter 4s. Now, he didn't say anything about not being any more downloadable content for the game.
Just because Ono is taking a vacation doesn't mean that everyone who is working on Street Fighter 4 is done, you know?
Nope.
They could bring in somebody else to take his place for a little while if he wants to go do something else.
Right, and plus, I mean, there's nothing preventing them.
all that now.
There's nothing preventing them from doing Super 4 Turbo and Street Fighter 5 concurrently. I mean, Squaresoft, they do it all the time. They make Final Fantasy 2 at a time. When Final Fantasy 13 and 14 are were pretty much being developed at the same time, even though that they're released a year or 2 years apart. I mean, there's nothing preventing them from doing that. You know, I'm sure they already beginning the concept for what they want to see out of Street Fighter 5.
Okay, I got a question. Do y'all want to see Street Fighter 5 in 2 years?
No.
No.
2 years? No.
I think Street Fighter 4 is still fresh.
3 years with this game.
I'd like to see some other franchises, though.
Yeah. Exactly. What's up with that Rival Schools?
The Project Justice.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You just got to get the stupidness out.
Just do.
Yeah, actually, you know, my roommate just said they should do Darkstalkers, and that's just become viable in my opinion because as far as 3D goes.
But Ono said
somewhat recently, it wasn't that easy to make 3D models change shape.
Yeah.
And all of the Darkstalkers change shape almost every time they press the attack button.
They do.
And, I mean, you see it in Street Fighter 4. Dhalsim changes shape quite a bit, and actually, like, Blanka and Balrog change shape a little bit. Their arms grow a little bit when they attack. But they've got the technology to a point where they know how to do this. Not only do they know how to do it, but they can make it look really nice. And that was kind of the key to being able to do something like Darkstalkers in 3D.
Yeah. But wasn't that Ono's excuse for taking a break? Like, you know, like, if it was any franchise that he wanted to jump on, it would be Darkstalkers.
I hope so. I think Darkstalkers has so much personality and could really be impactful if re-released.
But is that game
will
a
it be
niche
impactful
game?
Here in the States?
Is that game a niche game though? Is that really going to be something that will appeal? I'm just asking. I'm not.
I like.
They were all niche games. Street Fighter was a niche game too, but
no, Street Fighter was never a niche game. No, that's a bold-faced lie. Street Fighter was Pac-Man. Period.
Yeah, I kind of
okay. I mean, like competitive Street
Fighter 2. No, there's Pac-Man. There was Miss Pac-Man. They got competitive Miss Pac-Man. I'm showing my age. Competitive Miss Pac-Man. You know what I'm saying? And then competitive Donkey Kong, crap like that. And then you had Street Fighter. Street Fighter was never a niche. You know what I'm saying? It was a phenomenon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you think about like the early fighting games, it was what? Street Fighter, Karate Champ, JR Kung Fu,
and Mortal Kombat.
Pit Fighter.
Mortal Kombat. Pit
Kombat came after.
I know it came out after, but they were
after Street Fighter. That's what I'm saying.
I still think if they market it right, though, Darkstalkers could be big.
Yeah, but how will they relate to the game though? Because unless they're us, the hardcore. how are they going to relate? Because like for example, if they make a sequel to Marvel vs. Capcom, I mean that's obvious how that's going to be marketed. You know,
all these Marvel movies that's out now.
Yeah, it should have been done 2 or 3 years ago.
Seriously, I mean, Marvel is a no-brainer. That'll at least in America, that would take off. If that happened, then Tatsunoko might be bye-bye, like in the American scene. You know what I'm saying? Right now, Tatsunoko's taking off because people want that fix, you know, for the next new verses. And so, you know, a new game with new characters. But if a new Marvel 3 came out, I hate to tell you, Adam, but
dude, Tatsunoko's not doing that well anyway in the States.
No, it's not doing that well. It ain't doing that well in Japan either. Talking about a lonely system, boy, it's always in the corner of the arcade here.
You guys didn't even get the update in the arcade.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, that's even worse because the old version's not that good. The new version's a lot better game, but it's still on the decline already. I can see it happening, and you know, it doesn't hurt me personally. I really enjoy the game, but can't help it if it's on the Wii and it has bad online. What can you do?
You know, watch the boat sink.
Dude, the online's so bad. The online's so bad, but the engine's so fun. So I mean, I play it when I can with friends or at tournaments. But you know, if a Marvel 3 is coming, you know, is Tatsunoko the foundation for Marvel 3, or is it something else entirely? You know, maybe Marvel 3 is a totally separate.
I think Tatsunoko is probably the foundation, man. I think it is. They may speed it up. They're going to have to speed it up.
I win because I love that engine.
I just have one thing. If Capcom gets access to the Marvel license again, and something that Serlin told me is that Capcom also has the DC license. If they make Marvel vs. DC, that will be Armageddon for fighting games. I really believe. I can't remember who I was talking about. I said that's the one game I think they should make. If not now, in a couple of years, if they make a Marvel vs. DC, Capcom, they could not make them games fast enough.
I'd rather play Marvel vs. Capcom than Marvel vs. DC, just because DC
it's too much fanboy.
I really like.
But it will sell though. I mean, this
Marvel vs. DC would probably cross over just as good as Street Fighter, I would think.
It should be easier because they're all superheroes. So
all the comic heads out there, man, or otakus out there, man, I'm telling you, Marvel versus DC would freaking sell. It might outsell Street Fighter.
Yeah, seriously. I was gonna say, I think it would even surpass the Street Fighter franchise.
Like seriously, Marvel versus DC.
But how much is Capcom?
You have to put one Capcom character in there, man.
You know, because like when they do Marvel vs. Capcom, they're only paying one company for their licenses. If they were to leave themselves out of the equation and do Marvel vs. DC, now they're paying 2 companies for licenses. How much money would they get to keep?
But you know what? But
yeah, I understand that, the business side of it. I'm just saying,
if it happened,
but a fan perspective,
I'd buy it.
No, I'm saying the leverage though. The leverage really is. I mean, I think that both DC Comics and Marvel Comics will be willing to give up a little bit of the slice of the pie because they're both making movies for these characters. So
that's my whole point, man.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, if anything, because EA hasn't done shit with the license. I mean, everyone that has had the Marvel license since Capcom, they've all fucked it up. Screwed it up. Sorry, Mama. You know, I mean, so seriously, you know, I mean, to me, it's a win-win situation. I mean, it's not really about, you know, them making the most money off of the games. It's about just getting it into people's homes and getting them, you know, it's supposed to feed off of each other.
It's always about the money, though. That's the thing.
It is. It is for the movies, though. I mean, that's why I think they'll make the most dough. But, I mean, if they can just keep it fresh in their minds in between the movies, you know.
What is it? Trombone and Captain Commando is probably the only 2 viable. Well, Ken, thanks to video, Ken is a viable Capcom character also.
Japanese and Icarus.
Yeah. No, my bad. Taz and Icarus and Dawson team.
So, that's pretty silly. All right, hey guys, I gotta run. Good talking to you.
Peace.
Cool. Thanks a lot, Keits, for joining us. Keits, of course, is the organizer for Midwest Championships, May 8th and 9th, the first major Super Street Fighter 4 tournament of this year. And again, there's a lot of prizes. There's going to be door prizes. They're giving away at least 5 Mad Catz arcade sticks, Super Street Fighter 4 sticks. They also got a separate pot going on for the top 8, an additional to the normal 70-20-10 split for the top 3 finishers. So, I mean, do you need any more reasons to go? I mean, so, you know, if you can go, go. You're going to have a hell of a time. And, of course, it's a nice hotel, too.
Yeah.
I myself is about to get out of here.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm about to start my day.
Well, I'm about to go to sleep.
All right. Well, you know what? Hey, thanks, Scott, for coming on, and ShinBlanka, as usual, thanks for coming on with me, and Skisonic earlier. We do appreciate it, and of course, you know, we'll make this recording available as soon as we can. So just in case if you missed out on the announcements regarding Final Round, you guys will be able to listen to that, and hopefully you get as hype as we are. All right, folks, I'm out. Peace, and I'll see you on April 27th. April 27th, and just look for some updates coming here in the next couple of weeks on whether or not we're going to do a midnight show. All right, people.
All right, y'all. Be easy.
Be easy.
All right.
Peace.
Ja.